This is Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues. Let's talk records. It is Christmas Day, 1957 in Kent, England. Shane MacGowan is born to Irish parents, a boy who grew up between two worlds. He spends his early childhood in Ireland, where the stories say he began drinking young, before moving back to England around age 6 and falling in love with books. By 13, he wins a Daily Mirror literary contest and earns a scholarship to Westminster School until he's expelled for drugs. At 17, after a psychiatric hospital stay for drinking and drug use, he falls into the brand new punk scene. He joins a band called the Nipple Erectors, later the Nips, while also forming a side project with Peter Spider Stacy and Jem Finer called the Millwall Chainsaws. The Nips split in 1980. 2 years later, guitarist James Fearnley joins Stacy and Finer to form a new band with Shane, Poke Mahone, Gaelic for Kiss My Arse. Division, punk energy fused with traditional Irish music. Bassist Kate O'Riordan and drummer Andrew Rankin joined. And the Pogues play their first show in 1982. In 1984, they opened for The Clash and shortened their name to the Pogues, primarily due to pressure from the BBC, which found their original name offensive. Their 1985 album Rum, Sodomy and the Lash, produced by Elvis Costello, earns critical acclaim. And somewhere here, the story of Fairy Tale of New York is born, or argued about. Shane claimed that Elvis Costello bet him the Pogues couldn't write a Christmas hit. Their manager, Frank Murray, insisted it was his idea. Either way, they abandoned an early plan to cover Christmas Must Be Tonight by the band. Banjo player Jem Finer had sketched a song about an Irish sailor in New York missing his wife, but his own wife suggested writing it instead as a conversation between a man and woman at Christmas. By late 85, the structure was in place. Shane named it Fairy Tale of New York after a 1973 novel by J.P. Don Levy that Finer was reading. They tried recording it for the 1985 holiday season, with Kate O'Riordan singing the female part, but it wasn't working. Shane wrote the final lyrics in Sweden while recovering from double pneumonia. Costello suggested calling it Christmas Eve in the Drunk Tank, but the band refused. They knew that title would kill radio play. In 1986, after touring the US for the first time, with MacGowan romanticizing New York more than ever, they ran into problems with their label, Stiff Records, which was collapsing financially. Tensions with Costello were rising too, and he began dating O'Riordan. She soon left the band, taking the female vocal part with her. They briefly considered Chrissie Hynde of The Pretenders. Finally, in 1987, they entered the studio again with producer Steve Lillywhite. They tried multiple takes, including one where Shane sang both parts. Lillywhite brought the tapes home and had his wife, Kirsty MacColl, record a guide vocal. When he played it for the band, they immediately knew she was the one. Shane re-recorded his part around her vocal. The two never actually sang together. The video, directed by Peter Doherty, featured actor Matt Dillon. The NYPD doesn't have a choir, by the way, so in the video they used its pipe band, which didn't all go Galway Bay. They played the Mickey Mouse Club March instead, and the footage was slowed down to match the song. And the piano played by Shane, that's James Fearnley wearing Shane's rings. MacGowan didn't play piano, but controversy hit right away. Lyrics featuring insults, arse, and a slur, later softened in broadcasts to Haggard, sparks decades of debate. The song peaked at number 2 on the UK charts in 1987, but grew into one of the most beloved Christmas songs in British history. It recharted in 1991 at number 36, again in 2005 at number 3, and has returned to the top 20 every year from 2005 to 2021. Tragically, Kirsty MacColl died in 2000 after a boating accident in Mexico. Re-release proceeds supported the Justice for Kirsty campaign. Shane MacGowan passed away in 2023, but Fairy Tale of New York remains his immortality.
It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank.